low-grade fevers, some coughs.
At the Moose Lake Prison, officials believe they have 17 total cases of coronavirus, 4 inmates who tested positive and 11 more with symptoms, plus 1 staff member who tested positive and another with symptoms.
Well, right now, when people are either symptomatic or when we have positive test results, they are put in a quarantine setting.
Commissioner Paul Schnell says the Department of Corrections has had on the books for a long time a pandemic continuance of operations plan.
And we have plans for every single contingency, up to and including full facility-wide spread.
Schnell says they've already stopped inmates from having contact with inmates from other units to prevent large-scale spread, and they isolate and quarantine those infected or showing symptoms. There's been talk at the Department of Corrections about possibly giving early release or work release to nonviolent offenders who are within 90 days of their scheduled release. At the Hennepin County Jail, they've reduced the number of inmates from 850 to 500 over the last 3 weeks, releasing nonviolent offenders. The jail has negative pressure cells that can be used to prevent a sick person from spreading the virus. They use Hennepin healthcare doctors and nurses to treat inmates, and they too have a plan in case of a widespread outbreak.
There is a widespread outbreak. We can separate people from the City Hall jail to the newer jail, so there's be no cross-contamination at all.
Sheriff David Hutchinson and Commissioner Schnell both emphasize they will not release violent offenders during the pandemic. Lou Raguse, KARE 11 News.